Hey everybody, Matt Weatherly here from Public Sector Personnel Consultants. Our firm has been selected to conduct a classification and compensation review for your city, which entails the review of job descriptions, the conduct of a salary and a benefits survey, and an updating to your pay plan. I wanted to provide just a few minute overview and introduction to the process, highlight your opportunities to participate, and then leave you with a little bit of homework assignment. Our firm, again, Public Sector Personnel Consultants, this is all that we do. We do classification and compensation reviews for cities, for counties, for school districts throughout the United States. We have staff in Texas, we have staff in Arizona, California, and in the upper Midwest. We've had a chance to work with just over 50 public employers in Texas. We do quite a bit of work in both the Dallas area, the Austin area, as well as the Houston kind of metropolitan areas. All that qualifies us to do is ask good questions. What factors influence your city's ability to recruit and retain staff? If we have fallen behind market, how do we get caught back up to market? So we hope to answer those questions really kind of over the next 90 to maybe 120 days. Your opportunity to participate really begins with a review of your job description. Some of those might be a little bit newer than others. Maybe you have or haven't in the past had a chance to review and specifically provide input on your job description. So we've created a position analysis questionnaire. This is a document that not everybody has to fill out, but certainly we'd love to hear from anyone that would like to participate either individually or as part of a group. Now, you don't have to copy and paste from your current job description, but the questionnaire itself asks some really good questions about the decisions that you make, the minimum qualifications that perhaps belong on your job description, and the types of tasks and duties that you're expected to perform. Now, we've created this form in kind of multiple choice. There will be an online option, so if you prefer to participate that way, there will be a video link that will provide specific instructions as well as page-by-page additional video instruction for each section. You'll be able to find yourself on a drop-down menu, select your job title, your department, your name. Ultimately, regardless of how you participate, nobody will change what you put on the questionnaire. Your supervisors will review but not change those documents. The other ways that you might be able to participate is through a simple hard copy, so your departments can print those out for you, or you can fill it out really on a computer, but as a Word document. You can tab through the different sections. However you would like to participate, if you want to work as a group, if 5 or 10 of you have the same job duties and you want to get together and work on one questionnaire, again, however you would like to participate, we just want to ensure that when we do a salary survey, we're making comparisons based on your actual job duties. So we like to know that you've had a chance to look at your current or maybe out-of-date job description that needs a little bit of updating. If you prefer to fill it out longhand or on paper, you'll see a document similar to this. I won't go through the whole questionnaire, at least by video, but I wanted to provide a little bit of highlight, just a couple of areas. If you do this as a group, put everybody's name on it. Make sure that we know that, hey, if there's 5 or 10 of you, again, that we can classify you all to the same job description. Introduction section, really just 2 or 3 sentences that provide a high-level summary of your job duties and responsibilities. If you wear multiple hats, this is a good section where if you want to tell us about job number 1 and some duties that you perform, and job number 2 and some duties that you perform. If you're a welder and also an equipment operator, we might be able to find those 2 jobs out in the market. The only other section that I'll probably point out by video, the rest are fairly self-explanatory, but page 2, don't get too hung up on percentage of time, but we're looking for maybe 8 or 10 major statements about job duties that you perform, 1 or 2 sentences for each major function. If there are tasks that you perform every day, I would say probably write those down. If there are tasks that you perform less frequently, but you feel are very important to the job description, make sure that you write those down. The other sections that you'll see include knowledge and skills. We're looking for your opinion there, education, certifications, licenses and registrations. There's a few pretty straightforward sections around work environment and equipment or tools or machinery that you might use. And then just a few more questions around either the types of decisions that you make or who you interact with in the course of performing your job duties. Once you're done with it, make sure you sign and date. If you do fill it out longhand, I would keep a copy of it because it will go to your supervisor and then to human resources and then ultimately to us. If you do choose to fill it out online, you'll have a link that will create a new questionnaire once that first email goes out. You'll be able to navigate through and hit save and continue later on that. The only important note there is that if you save it in the middle of it and come back to it, you'll get a new email. So follow the link in that new email. Sometimes the system takes 30 or 60 minutes to generate that, but that will pick you back up right where you left off. If you go to the original email, it will want to create a new questionnaire for you, and we don't want you to panic or feel like you've lost your progress on that document. Our system knows when you start them. Our system knows when you save and exit. Our system knows when you hit submit. You'll get a PDF of it. Your supervisor will also get a PDF of it if you choose to do it online. Again, nobody will change those questionnaires. But at a high level, a little bit more about what this is and what this isn't. We're not reviewing your performance. It is not a staffing study, so nobody's going away. All of you will still be in your position and in your classification when we're done, and nobody's going backwards. We are going to conduct a salary and a benefit survey, which typically looks like collecting pay plans, job descriptions, organization charts from maybe 12 to 15 other agencies, either in your neighborhood or kind of in your area. Sometimes we have to go outside of that to find jobs that are either a little bit more unique for comparison or a little bit harder to find market data on. But in general, we want to find agencies that either have jobs like ours or tend to be direct competitors for employees. Now, when we pull all of that data together and let's say we survey 50 or 60 job titles, it's really common that some jobs are in pretty good shape and other jobs have maybe fallen behind market. Don't go buy a new truck. Don't expect a big windfall as a result of the study. This doesn't typically anyway replace your overall budget process, but we want to find out two major questions get answered when we do the salary survey. One is, how do we look compared to market? So where are we? And again, some jobs might be in good shape, some jobs maybe have fallen behind. The follow-up to that is, where do we want to be? Or where do we need to be? Or where can we afford to be in order to recruit and in order to retain? Most agencies undertake an exercise like this probably every 3 to 5, maybe 5 to 7 years. On the outside, certainly we've had some clients that it's been 10 or more years since they've had a chance to do this. But certainly it doesn't dictate the city's position overall, but it helps inform, whether it helps inform the overall budget process, it helps inform maybe how the city goes about budgeting for any salary adjustments that might occur, be it market, be it merit, be it COLA, be it STEP, kind of whatever you're used to. So we want to inform that process as much as possible without anybody going backwards, without anybody going away. So it's meant to be a very positive exercise and a very transparent exercise. We'll work with your Human Resources Department to continue to communicate our progress. If you have questions as you navigate through the questionnaire, start with your supervisors or with Human Resources. They can certainly help. And if they can't, they can forward those questions on to us. With that, I will thank you in advance for any time that you take in looking at your job description and or completing a questionnaire for us, again, individually, part of a group, just so that we know that you've had a chance to look at your job description. And then we'll kind of be back in touch. Hopefully, COVID lets us be in person. We love to communicate and do group meetings and report our progress. So hopefully we can kind of get back to that, whatever normal is, sooner rather than later. But we'll do our best to kind of communicate as we go and really get past maybe the first of the year, the first of next year here, with kind of some initial findings and recommendations for your city. So with that, hopefully we'll see as many of you as we can in person when the time is appropriate, when there are some findings and recommendations. And with that, I really appreciate your time. Everybody stay safe, and looking forward to getting some good input from everybody. Thanks again.